Are you done?
Hey, what is happening, guys? This is VII coming at you with another video. So today we're going to be talking about Final Fantasy VII Remake, because Final Fantasy VII Remake is apparently a big thing, which we all know. Apparently the Final Fantasy VII Remake is planned out to be within multiple parts, which we all do already know. However, multiple parts or just 2 parts? Yes, apparently there is a ideology that within the next fiscal year of Square Enix, there will be the release of Final Fantasy Remake Part 2, and that could be the final part. So yeah, it's pretty weird, but let's just dive straight into it. As you can see right here from Final Fantasy Union, a great YouTube channel, please go check those guys out, amazing content they put up. Tweeted out right here, an industry expert in Japan believes that Final Fantasy VII Remake will only consist of 2 parts, and that the next and final part will be arriving between April 2021 and March 2022. We're still thinking it'll be 3 to 4 parts, but what's your prediction? Source from the New York Times via IT Kamochi. Now, I spoke about IT Kamochi when she spoke about some news for Final Fantasy VII Remake within the Ultimania, I believe, and an interview, so yeah. But yeah, I don't believe this. The release window I do believe, but I doubt it'll be just 2 parts, because it's a saga, they said that. So let's check it. As you can see right here, this is the article right here. So this is from the New York Times. Like old Hollywood movies, video games get a polish of for a new audience. So they're basically talking in this article about how remakes and reboots and like Crash Bandicoot have made a comeback. I'm not gonna talk about the whole article because it's so long, but I'm just gonna pick out the parts of Final Fantasy VII Remake, just one part in particular. But yeah, I'll leave a link to it so you can read it. So right here, developers saw an opportunity to make even more money by investing in substantial upgrades. One of the biggest this year was the release of Final Fantasy VII Remake. Now, in this report, they said Final Fantasy VII Remake the entire remake project could go over the 100 million budget for making a video game, which I honestly do believe, because yeah, I think the entire project, if you add it up, it'll exceed it. Here's the quote that got us all thinking. We are writing in our reports that it will be a 2-part series, so it's not really a series, just 1 and done, 2 and done, which is still weird to me. I'm gonna explain why I don't think this is right. Not 3, not 4, not 10. I never thought people would actually think it's a 10-part series. Mr. Goyal said, don't know this person. That's just me, I'm stupid. And the subsequent chapter will be coming out soon in the next fiscal year. Now, we know Square Enix fiscal year ends within April, around there. I think it ends 31st March. So their fiscal year will be from April on 2021 till the next March 2022, which I think is the most believable window. For me, I honestly do believe that this window of release is reliable. This is legitimate. This is when I think the game could release. However, I also think that the game is not going to be 2 parts, mainly due to the fact that part 1 is just Midgar, which is, if you want to 100% complete the game, is around the 8% mark of the game. Now, story wise, you could argue it's around the 20%. Yeah, that's it. It's the story wise, yeah, it's 20%, so even with that, it's 40, just 40, not 40, why am I saying 40, that'll be like 4 parts, at minimum. But now, if you're gonna 100% the game, like, I remember, what was it, like, Yuffie's story with Wu-Tai was completely optional, so yeah, and with Final Fantasy VII Remake, in this, they were explaining Wu-Tai in such a high manner. They were talking about how Wu-Tai is this, Wu-Tai that, and Wu-Tai is the enemy. I really think that the next entry is gonna focus somewhat on Wu-Tai We're gonna meet Yuffie maybe next, because I think we will need new party members. Red 13 of course gonna be playable, because yeah, that they said Red 13 is gonna be playable in the future title. So 2 new playable characters, which I'm actually happy that that's gonna be a thing if Yuffie is actually involved. And that's being said, I doubt that they can fit so much content. Remember, this is going to be the open world aspect. There was so much to do outside Midgar in the original game, and you cannot compact all of that in just another part. I think you need 3 more parts for the entire last part of the game, or maybe 2. So basically at the end you'd need 3 parts or 4 parts in total to have the entire Final Fantasy VII Remake experience, because Final Fantasy VII Remake is that big of a game. I honestly believe Final Fantasy VII Remake is a game that needs to be expanded upon, which Square Enix is doing. And a saga doesn't just have 2 entries. That's just a 2-part series. No, a saga has multiple entries. So I honestly don't agree with this. But let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think. Anyway guys, that is it for this video. Do you think that Final Fantasy VII Remake is going to be just 2 parts? I believe in the release window, but just how many that's been released, I don't believe that. It has to be more than just part 1 and part 2. But anyway guys, leave a like, helps me a lot. Comment down in the comment section down below what you guys think. Share with friends, subscribe to become a fellow lightning ball, because we need subscribers, boys and girls. We almost at 800, then almost at 1k. But yeah, as always, this is the Lightning Age 8. Blaze out.